the sacred flow of life. Beloved ones, we gather here to speak of the very pulse that beats within the heart of existence. We are here to talk about the energy that moves the stars and the same energy that moves the smallest blade of grass toward the sun. For too long, humanity has lived in a state of inner division. You have been taught to celebrate the soul while condemning the body. You have been told to seek the heavens while despising the earth upon which you walk. But I tell you today that the division itself is the only sin. The world is not split into the holy and the profane. Everything that is sacred. When we look at the history of human consciousness, we see a strange and dark pattern. The very sources of our joy have been poisoned by the shadows of guilt. Why has the most fundamental force of life, the energy of creation itself, been turned into a source of shame? We must look deeply into this, for without understanding the root of our misery, we can never flower into our true potential. The religions of the past were built upon a foundation of denial. They understood a secret that is both simple and devastating: a happy man cannot be enslaved. A man who is at peace with himself, who finds joy in his own being, and who feels the ecstasy of existence in his very blood, is a man who cannot be controlled. He does not need a priest to tell him where God is, for he feels the divine in every breath. He does not need a promise of a paradise after death, because he has found the Garden of Eden right here in the present moment. To keep humanity in a state of obedience, it was necessary to destroy the oasis of the present. It was necessary to make you feel that your natural instincts were enemies. They turned your eyes away from the beauty of the here and now and pointed them toward a distant, invisible horizon. They told you that to be spiritual, you must be anti-life. They told you that to find the light, you must extinguish the fire of your own vitality. But look at the flowers. Do they repress their fragrance? Look at the rivers. Do they hold back their flow? The whole of nature is an overflowing of energy. It is a celebration of abundance. There is no scarcity in the universe, only the scarcity created by the human mind. The energy that moves through you in the form of desire is the same energy that, when refined, becomes love. And that same energy, when it reaches its ultimate peak, becomes prayer. There are not different energies, there is only one energy moving through different layers of your being. To condemn the source is to ensure that the stream never reaches the ocean. If you are told that the roots of a tree are ugly and must be hidden or cut away, the tree will never bear fruit. It will never touch the sky. It will remain stunted, miserable, and dry. This is what has happened to the human spirit. By condemning the biological roots of our existence, the religions have prevented the flowering of the soul. We must understand that sex is not something to be ashamed of. It is the most basic, foundational energy of life. It is the mystery through which life renews itself. When you approach this energy with grace, with awareness, and with deep respect, it transforms. It is only when you repress it, when you hide it in the dark corners of your mind, that it becomes something perverted or ugly. Anything that is forced into the basement will begin to rot. True spirituality is not a flight from life. It is a deep, total immersion in life. It is a yes to existence. When you say yes to your body, when you say yes to your senses, you begin to relax. And in that relaxation, something miraculous happens. When the tension of guilt disappears, the energy that was trapped in conflict begins to rise. It becomes a song. It becomes a dance. It becomes a deep, silent meditation. The societies of the past believed that by repressing these energies, they could force man to be creative or productive. They thought that by making man miserable, they could make him build great monuments or accumulate vast wealth. And in a sense, they were right. A frustrated man will work harder to escape his inner vacuum. But what is the value of a palace built by a man who has forgotten how to smile? What is the value of a civilization that is rich in gold but bankrupt in spirit? We are seeking a new way of being. We are seeking a commune of the soul where creativity does not come from frustration, but from an overflow of joy. In this new vision, richness is not just about what you have in your hands, it is about the quality of your consciousness. A man who can sit in silence and feel the entire universe vibrating within him is the truly rich man. A woman who can love without conditions, whose heart is an open door, is the truly creative woman. Do not be afraid of your vitality. Do not be afraid of the fire that burns within you. Instead, bring awareness to it. Awareness is like a light. When you bring light into a dark room, the darkness does not struggle against the light, it simply ceases to be. When you bring awareness to your natural instincts, they are no longer blind. They become a path. Imagine a world where children are raised to respect their own bodies, where they are taught that pleasure is a gift and that joy is their birthright. In such a world, there would be no need for wars. There would be no need for the bitterness and the anger that we see all around us today. War is nothing but the collective explosion of repressed life. When people are not allowed to live, they want to destroy. When they are not allowed to create, they become experts in killing. The path to the divine goes through the human. You cannot leap to the stars if you have no ground to stand on. Your body is the temple. Your senses are the windows. Your heart is the altar. Treat them with the reverence they deserve. The word sacred has been misused for centuries. It has been used to describe cold stone buildings and ancient books. But the only thing that is truly sacred is life itself. The laughter of a child is sacred. The touch of a hand is sacred. The silence of the night is sacred. And yes, the union of two lovers is sacred. It is a moment where the ego can disappear, where two can become one, where for a fleeting second, the boundaries of time and space are transcended. If you can find the sacred in the most basic acts of living, then your whole life becomes a pilgrimage. You do not need to go to a mountain top to find God. You will find the divine in the marketplace, in the kitchen, in the embrace of a friend. Let us drop the heavy burdens of the past. Let us throw away the old scripts of guilt and shame. We are here to celebrate. We are here to live so intensely that every moment becomes a transformation. The energy of life is waiting for your permission to flow. Give it that permission. Say yes to yourself. Say yes to the earth. Say yes to the magnificent mystery of being alive. In this yes, the seeker disappears and only the seeking remains. The dancer disappears and only the dance remains. And that dance is the ultimate truth. That dance is the nectar of immortality. Be total in your living. Be total in your loving. And in that totality, you will find that you are not separate from the whole. You are the whole. You are the ocean, and the ocean is in you. May your life be a song of freedom. May your heart be a flame of love. And may you always remember that you are as sacred as the stars, as holy as the light, and as eternal as the silence of the Absolute.